Hey guys, been a lot crazy the last few weeks, man. Um, 22 people now. It just blows me away. I went out played ball, and I had gotten a call earlier that a couple I'd helped, 11 months ago, maybe, more. I don't know. I forget. I tend to forget who, because once I do what I do, it's kind of like they're gone. You know. I'm just trying. But got a phone call. I was up all night researching for another person who's really bad, and it just hurts knowing that, fuck, they went through too much shit, but literally seeing, that they are getting better, but then they're not, because they keep, it's just a hard thing to watch, because I care, and it's not right for me to care. Not that way anyway, But anyway, this woman I had helped, she had pretty much, I think it was, it was the same exact type of cancer that my love had. I knew, I knew, I knew what was coming. You get me? I knew, I knew a lot of things in the sense that doctors didn't think that, that most, people don't know or tend to ask or whatever. And I basically told her, and I'm tired, I'm a little frustrated and worn, It's been a hard thing, my phone broke. I broke my phone. It froze up. My phone, whatever. Battery wouldn't charge. I didn't have a phone for 2 weeks. Could have got a phone. I was glad I didn't have a phone, to be honest with you. But the thing that sucks is I lost all my contacts, all my friends' numbers, everything. Luckily, a homie called me today, caveman. I didn't see it in a minute, and went to go play some ball. First time in a while, and it was good seeing them. It was really good. But I was already my heart was like, has been a mess all day, because lack of sleep, obviously, and then this conversation early on, and she was, she was really thanking me, and she was hysterical, that I was just like, wow, I was so happy for her. I hadn't talked to her in so long. I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't remember. And then, I was just like so happy for her, It was just a trip, But, it got me rolling, because it's been a number of people, that I'm helping or that are cancer free now, Eh, 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 I don't heal anybody, The whole, dealing with the thank yous, that kind of stuff, it's a little hard, for me to deal with at times, because stay up, work, I research, I learn it, I know what's going to happen, I know what we could do, that's just my end goal. I try to find what we could do, and it tends to work. I'm not a doctor, but talking to this man, he called me, on the way home, and that was a hard pill for me to swallow right there. He's a grown man, doctor, been a doctor for quite a minute now, yeah, he was, just thanking me and crying, and he's all, do you have a second, Jerry? I don't want to bother you or anything, but I just really need to talk to you, and I'm sorry I haven't talked to you before, but I just really need to talk to you, Jerry. And I was like, sure, what's wrong? What can I do? And he goes, no, you've done it. And I was like, what did I do? She's all, Jerry, you obviously know she's cancer free. And I was like, yeah, I know. That's so awesome. That's, to me, it's awesome. That's great. I'm happy. I go, but stay, He goes, oh, I know, I get it. He's all, I go, he's all, I get you, Jerry. I go, you get me? I get you. I go, what do you get me? He basically told me he thought his wife was crazy for me, because of me, the group, whatever. He's like, I checked out your group. He said that it looked like I was just about the hype. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, you're just like about the hype of it, that you were just copying people's shit, that kind of stuff. And I was like, what are you? I go, I beg your pardon? He goes, I mean no disrespect, Jerry. He's all, but that's what I thought. He's like, I could tell you're a very intelligent man. You have probably an extensive background. I go, whoa. I go, I barely graduated high school. He's like, what? I go, I went to a week of college. I had a kid young. He goes, you're kidding me, right? And I go, I've never really been to school. I go, do you really want to know how I learned what I did? How I did this? He's like, can you tell me? Can you talk about it? And she's like, I would really love to know. I was like, okay, well, I'm driving home. So, I basically told him, I knew a little bit about cancer, but not real, a little bit more than probably most at that time. But didn't, and then boom, surgery. 6 days she was in there. She could have died anywhere in the first 3 days. I was alone. Nobody was there. No friends. No family. I got some cool phone calls, cousin, Troy, but basically strangers. Other than that was it. No family from both ends, nothing. It was a tough time. And I lost a lot of weight really fast, got insomnia, anxiety, went crazy on information, couldn't stop learning and reading and writing. I was old school. I didn't copy and paste. I wrote everything I read. Bam, bam, bam. Before I knew it, I had too much. But see, my research didn't just learn. I went crazy with it. You remember, I was out to save my love's life, so I had to actually implement what I was trying to do. You feel me? So I did what I had to do. But within my research, it took me to Canada. And then from Canada, via my phone, obviously, I went to Canada to France, and France was a couple months. Basically back and forth sending emails about stuff that I was doing and I had done or I had read about or I had talked about with certain people and blah, blah, blah. And then, it was a trip because they were basically in the baby stages of what they were testing on, rats, that kind of stuff, tripping out that, we're doing it on a human being. Wake the fuck up. It's funny, but it was back and forth, they referred me to a professor in Germany. So it was a very high, recognized doctor, this and that hard to get a hold of. You get a hold of him, he might be a very good help. I know he'll be a good help to you, Jerry, but he's just a hard man to get a hold of, blah, blah, blah. I sent him a few emails. Last one I sent a picture of my love and I, the day she lost her hair. I shaved my head too. We went home and, she was all embarrassed. She was crying, she was, not feeling attractive, And man, I looked at her and I was just like, I had never seen a more beautiful woman in the world. And I sat her right in front of me and I'm like, I love you, and I put my forehead, to hers. Well, my son was over there. Snap. Wasn't staged, nothing, he just, boom. Well, that picture, he loved. And a lot of people have, I guess, but he loved it. Was like, that was the only reason why he actually gave me the time of day. Well, that disposable, small little conversation turned into like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, it was just constant, I was on the verge of going insane, it felt like, I mean, wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating. Just all about learning, nobody else was gonna do it, they were okay with her dying. I'm not. I was never okay with her dying. would you be? So in turn, I learned. And in 11 months' time, I learned about cancer, about basically where cancer, how, what, the ins and outs in the sense of the cells and, where it tends to grow and just your blood, bone, there's a lot of aspects that we as just regular patients don't tend to look for. And that's where I got kind of good at. And I was surprised on the information that I was able to actually, attain and then be able to, retain at the end ultimately. It was an unreal experience when I was able to actually communicate what I learned. And that's what he helped me to do. Well, ultimately, I implemented my thing and I sent my results to, they went along the chain. Madrid, Spain, blowing me up. I'm talking to a doctor, blah, blah, blah. We're sending, information, that kind of stuff. He asked, wasn't doing anything, illegal or anything. I was just researching, that was it. But he asked about me coming out to Spain and implementing my protocol. I'm like, my protocol? He had no idea. He thought I was a doctor. Fucking awesome. I was laughing. Well, I'm telling this doctor that, and he was busting up. I'm like, yeah. He goes, I could see this, Jerry. He goes, you have, obviously, you have a very different direction. He's a very different direction of coming at people with information. I go, that's a polite way of saying that I'm either crude or rude or obnoxious. I go, I hope maybe not obnoxious, but, I tend to be in people's face. It's reality, I don't mean any offense, but, it is who I am. I care. I give a shit. Okay? So anyway, he's talking to me and I told him all about it and he was just fucking blown away. He wants me to go out there and it's not really me, He wants to introduce me to, some specialists and so forth. And, no, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I just learned what they didn't want to. And it works. But hearing this man and, thank me, told them welcome to the family. And, he was like, the fuck cancer family. That was a trip, it's a trip because it was never supposed to be what it is today. And it's just, man, I hope I'm helping. Tryin, 22 people. It's so awesome. Just wanted to thank you guys for the great messages and stuff over the times. You guys have been really, really awesome. But these kind of deals, it kind of just takes me back a step, Saw a video today that really threw me for a loop, man. I ain't seen it in a minute, and a friend of mine posted it, Whew. You just try to be in that position where, every day, your love is dying. And everybody else is living. Everybody else is living their life, playing ball, having their fun, doing their thing, You try to go out and interact, but your love's dying. Get in my shoes for a second, if you could. Would you be okay? Mom thought I was losing my mind, Everybody did, but for some reason, God granted me the ability. That's how I put it, basically. I give it to God because He gave me the ability to learn a lot of stuff. And the way I look at things is that basically, I hope, He didn't make, I know He granted me the ability to learn this to save my love. Because they weren't going to do it. They were going to spend, juice her for as much of her life as they possibly could. And it was all about money. He knew 98% chance of coming back severe, if not terminal. Never once told us that. She should have known. Wouldn't you? Well, I knew what I knew by then. And I let it fucking happen. Never again. I don't want anybody to ever have to go through what my love has went on. if I can help, if I can help, just like go, it works. 90 days. You do it right, you're cancer free. Not a guarantee, but it fucking works. I've seen it. Just an awesome thing, Kid, you know, he's talking about, that, he owes me, he was like really, really, he goes, the mother of my children is cancer free today, Jerry, because she believed in somebody that you know, he was like, really, he said, he was like, I didn't really have a lot of faith in you. He's I apologize every day. What I have said about you, because I thought you were full of shit. I thought you're just some fucking hooroo, wannabe doctor or something out there that was trying to juice people for money. I go, I'd never asked anybody for any money. This whole time, I've never, I spent days, literally, trying to help. Never asked anything from anybody. It's just, I try. But to get this, it was awesome. It was just a trippy deal. The video, the people I've been helping recently, that, people that have come back that, I haven't talked to in months. I forget who I have talked to. Literally, it's been so many people throughout the time. Budapest, get the fuck out of here. You know what time it is? It's like, it's a trip, man. I keep on saying I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired, 89, I think it's 89 pounds as of today. I didn't realize I was that fat. Funny, I know. Everybody tells me that, I had people tell me, you look better than you did in high school. Well, fuck you. That's messed up, I ain't trying to lose weight. It was not a goal, It was something, stomachs and knots a lot, I worry. I tend to worry about strangers. That's the thing that sucks with this, I tend to care, I didn't learn that whole art of detachment, so to speak, I know what's going to come next. And that's the part that I wasn't prepared for with this shit, I care, and that kind of, because I'm a stranger to people. All I am is a face or a message on a screen, It's funny, but really, come on. But if I was there in front of any one of you, first thing would be a handshake and then a fucking hug, man. Because you guys have made this family what it is. And it's just a trippy deal, man, where people are, they're really, I'm happy I helped, but I didn't cure anybody. I didn't do that. I taught them how to maybe help themselves a little bit, But, it was just a hard pill to swallow, It was a tough time, today. It was the last time with video just brought me back big time, about Claudia that passed and, the parents and, that was a tough deal, just to feel that. And then the whole coming home in that wheelchair thing. Oh my God. That is... Whoa, that was tough, man. But, the thank yous, and I should be thanking you guys, man, because I learned what I learned, through this all. But, you guys have been there for me, I was losing my love. I was afraid every day, I don't know how you guys know how it feels, but I was afraid every day, that I missed something, that I wasn't doing enough, that I couldn't figure out how I was supposed to live without her in my life. And then, this man, he's thanking me. You're welcome. No, man, it's hard. I don't feel like I really did much. It just, gave him some information, but wow, man, it was just a tough. Thanks, Edward. you know, it was just, if anything, I should be thanking you guys. You guys have really helped. My love she's cancer free. 22 weeks now. They told me a year and a half that I had left, remember? Fuck that. Fuck cancer. We did it.